Stokes retiring. Can you just tell us your reflections and memories of your time playing under Ben and with Ben?
Ben was a phenomenal cricketer. Taught me a hell of a lot on the field and off the field, and yeah, it's sad to see him go, but he's obviously made that decision himself, and he feels like it's the right time. He's been such a great asset to English cricket over the years, and there's been so many great memories watching him and playing with him, and it's sad to see him go, but I know that he's made that decision from the bottom of his heart, and he's happy with it.
And you obviously came into testing under Ben. What did you learn about that world from him and the way he went about the business?
He never left anything on the field. He gave everything to the badge and to the cause of what him and Baz were trying to do when he took over captaincy. And yeah, like I said, he was such an inspiration for me growing up, watching him and playing alongside him. Sad to see him go, but yeah, we can take so many learnings from what he's done in his career, and yeah, we'll still be in contact and ask for his advice here and there. But yeah, I'm glad that he's finished on his terms and he feels he's in a better place.
And you'll be aware, no doubt, one of the last things he did before he walked off into the sunset was sort of back you to take over the test team when that comes. Not your decision to make, but he's said it'll be the natural decision for you to step up, having been the vice captain.
I don't know yet, and look, it would be a great honour to do it. It'd be a privilege to do it, to captain England in the highest format of our game, and the pinnacle. I think it is. Playing Test cricket is the greatest thing that I've ever done in my life, and it's a dream and something that I've always wanted to do since I could speak. So look, it's not up to me, that decision, but if I got offered it, then I'd be happy to take it.
And within that, of course, today's a pretty obvious day for the schedule issues that come with playing 3 formats. We've just come from Nottingham, we're all here now in Durham. Clearly that would be a push on your time and resources, just your mental resources, really, if you were leading across formats. Could you envisage a world where you could do everything, or would it have to be a rearrangement of that?
I think it would be a tough job, but everything's tough in cricket. Everything is tough. It's a hard sport, and look, I've committed completely to England cricket. I've said that I don't want to play any franchise cricket barring the 100, and given everything that I want to do is to play cricket for England, and whatever I do on and off the field is to try and be and perform as well as I possibly can for England, and hence the reason I don't play in the IPL and PSL and all the other franchise competitions.
And just a quick handbrake turn, it might not be the last time we're asked about Sooryavanshi in the next week or two, but 15-year-old kid sort of pulling off some magic at the IPL and what have you. I wonder what you were doing as a cricketer when you were 15 and how far away from playing international cricket you felt you were there.
I was playing academy cricket for Yorkshire in the league, but yeah, he looks like a very, very talented player. Obviously done extremely well in the last year and a half, and yeah, we've got our tactics and hopefully they work, and there's been a lot of digging behind the scenes to see what we can do to try and stop them from playing their best cricket.
Harry, if you were to get the job as Test captain, would you see yourself as captain in the same role as Ben?
Good question. I think everybody knows that I like going out there and trying to be fearless and putting the pressure back on the opposition, and that's something that I'd have to think about further down the line if that was to arise. But like I said before, that decision isn't up to me. It's not up to anyone in the squad, and yeah, I don't know. Is my honest answer.
Obviously, your relationship with Baz has been really good, so potentially the chance to work with him more closely would be really exciting for you.
Yeah, I love working with Baz. I think he's a great bloke and he's an unbelievable coach as well. Some of the things he's taught me throughout my career and giving us the opportunity to go out there and play in the style that him and Stokesy wanted us to play, and I think that suited me to a T to start with, and then it's just trying to evolve as much as you can as a player and take some of them learnings from the past and act on them in games.
there's been some chatter about the bat on the fourth day and not in your innings. How do you kind of reflect on that a few days on?
Sorry, what was that?
There's been some chatter about the England's approach on that fourth innings and also your innings. How do you kind of reflect on that a few days on?
Well, we knew it was a tough surface to go out there and score. Obviously, both teams had tactics with the keeper up and slowing the game right down on quite a slow surface with a softer, older ball. So we thought we'd try and make the most of the hard ball with a fast outfield and score as many runs as we could on that night and leave ourselves with as little total as we possibly could the next morning. Obviously, it didn't come off. Stokesy played a hell of an innings, and it was cool just going and watching him go out there and just let loose. And yeah, my role is to go out and try and do a similar thing. Unfortunately, it didn't come off, but on another day, it could have done. In hindsight, I could have just got the field out and knocked it for one, but I was, I was well into trying to take them on.
Harry, I appreciate a lot's happened in the last month or so, and it's been a while since the T20I World Cup. But I was wondering how you reflected on that, and also what were essentially how you want to build and take it to the next level. I appreciate it got to the semi-final, but how do you with this T20 team make that next step?
I said in the press conference after the semi-final, we're never out of games, and it felt like that the whole way through the World Cup. We found ourselves in some tricky situations against some lesser sides, and then we've ended up nearly chasing 253 or 4 against the world champions in the semi-final. So I think a little bit more of that, and then evolving as a team as well. Tactics behind the scenes that I don't really need to go into, but executions of them tactics, and just trying to upskill as much as we can.
I was wondering if there could be any tweaks. For example, is Johnson open and not keen? Anything like that?
No, it's going to be a very similar makeup to the sides. Joss and Saltier opening.
And can I just check on what you thought of James Cole's? Well, I suppose you just right, but someone like him coming in, obviously the 100 auction, and just how he's been over the last 12 months or so. Presumably very excited to have him on board.
I've literally only just met him now, so that's the first time I've never played against him before. But he's obviously a very promising player. He started this year really well. He's quite a sought after player. All 3 assets of the game is someone that every team wants, and the more of them he can have in his side definitely benefits teams. And like I said, I've only just met him now, but he seems like a really good lad, and I'm looking forward to working alongside him.
Harry, can you just give us a feel for how strange it was hearing about Ben's pending retirement in the middle of the test match? It's not the sort of thing that happens very often, and it obviously then sort of had a massive impact on the mood, I guess. Just sort of give us a feel for what it was like from a personal point of view.
Well, he had a chat with us in the changing room before the start of play, so yeah, we were shocked. I'm sure a few people were quite emotional as well, having grown up, watched him, and the things that he's done throughout his career has left a mark on everybody. But when it actually got announced, everybody in the ground knew, and the crowd erupted, and it's just typical fashion that Stokesy would get a wicket on for a couple of balls after it had been announced, which is pretty cool when the crowd went mental.
Did it feel like a distraction, or was it sort of something that you were hoping would be inspiring you for the rest of the test match?
Yeah, I think it did inspire us as well. I think it gave us a bit more of a freedom to go out there and play in the fashion that he wanted us to do that. And yeah, like I said, it was slightly an emotional time seeing one of England's greats leave the game, but he's left a massive mark on a hell of a lot of players.
Sorry, just to clarify, you said earlier on it was a dream playing for England. Was it a dream for captains and Test cricket? That was your dream as a youngster to play Test cricket for England?
I'm just happy playing cricket for England as much as I possibly can. Hence the reasons why I don't play in any franchise cricket. I think for me personally, I've just got to try and look after myself to be able to play as many games as I possibly can for England, and whether that's as captain or not. And I'm happy just to be out on the park with them.
Last few, but Simon Dish and the Devon front of the back with that.
And what kind of impact would the absence of Ben, just as a character, have on that?
No, I don't think it had an impact at all. I thought the changing room was as good as it's ever been. Really, we're always positive. We're always looking towards how we can win the game, how we can affect the game as individuals, and working together as a team. Lots of conversations to figure out how we can get out a certain batter or how we're going to combat a certain bowler. And then it's just about going out there and having the confidence, which they both gave us massively over the last 4 years, to go out there and play in the fashion that you want to and you think that will work the best.
Obviously, you knew that this handbrake turn was coming, this 48-hour switch between formats. Was that on your mind at all? At what point did you start to think about this series?
Me and Baz have had conversations over the Test series as well. You've got to try and have some sort of what's the word? You've got to try and sort of plan ahead a little bit, because we've only just got here this morning, had lunch, and then we're straight out on the park and not really spent any time with any of the lads. So we've had conversations about tactics and stuff, but we try and not let it get in the way of what we were thinking about at that time, which was our main focus was on the Test match.
Is every member of the squad here? How's Joff and Josh? Are they having some time off, or is everyone available?
Joff and Tungi all good. They're just having an extra day at home, and they're not going to be playing in this game, but they'll be meeting up with us in Manchester.
Vision, that will do it last two.
Can I ask about the second test when Ruti captain? Did you want to do it?
I think the decision that was made was the right one. I think making Ruti captain that week was definitely the right decision. He's always been there for the ECB. He's been a stalwart for English cricket. He's, in my opinion, the best batter to have ever played Test cricket, and the ECB needed him that week as well, and he stepped up. And my job that week was just to try and help him as much as possible. There was lots of conversations. Obviously, we're at first and second slip, so we're always chatting about how we can have an effect on the game. But I definitely think that the ECB made the right decision.
Harry, first of all, obviously I understand that it will take time to adjust the schedule for on the main issue. But how difficult is it for you guys to switching format within this short span of time? And the second part of the question is, this series is being considered as the start of the preparation for the 2028 Olympics and 2028 T20 World Cup. So, what is your take on cricket being part of the Olympics? And cricketers are now being the chance of being called for the Olympics.
Yeah, I'll answer the first one first. It is tricky switching over, but you've got to try and find times to work on your skills as well. So obviously on day 5 I was out, I wasn't involved in the rest of the game, so I went in early and had a white ball hit just to try and get into the swing of things a little bit more. And then on the Olympics, it's pretty cool. So obviously 2 years away yet, but it would be pretty cool to be able to go to the Olympics and walk away with a medal and say that you're an Olympic winner.
Finish up there.
Given all that's happened over the Test series and the tie, do you think that's had any impact mentally on the side? Or do you think this T20 side is a different mindset coming into this Test series?
Yeah, everybody's absolutely buzzing out there. We've had a chat briefly. Most of the lads were here yesterday, so they were up and running nicely. And yeah, we're really looking forward to playing against India. India, 2-time world champions, so the last two years or 2 World Cups. So they're obviously the best side in the world, and it's pretty cool to be able to play against the best players in the world and challenge ourselves against the best team in the world. And we've got our home advantage, so hopefully we can use that to our best ability and really give them a good series this year, this next couple of weeks.
Cool, thanks.